Please note, when watching this video, we do not intend to damage the reputation of the brand in any way. It is in our interest to inform consumers about the origin and current owners, because the consumer has the right to be informed. Kodak. Everything for 35mm film, even at the cost of the company's end. Kodak missed its chance to lead the digital photography revolution. But a bit of history. Founded in 1888 by George Eastman, Kodak was responsible for the rise of amateur photos among American consumers. Photos went from the expensive professional portrait studio to everyday life. Instant photography was invented in 1950 and Polaroid was able to develop the cameras needed to capture this market segment. Kodak developed its own instant photo products, but was sued by Polaroid and had to pay the company $909 million in 1990. In 1962, Kodak employed 75,000 people and earned over $1 billion in sales in the US alone. In the mid-60s, NASA launched a series of 5 lunar orbiter spacecraft that together photographed 99% of the lunar surface in preparation for the Apollo moon landings. 1969, Apollo 11 mission. NASA used specially modified Kodak stereoscopic cameras for close-up images of the moon. Yes, even Neil Armstrong. Photographs of lunar soil taken by Neil Armstrong allowed scientists to see soil particles smaller than 0.02 of an inch. In 1975, Steven Sasson, a Kodak engineer and inventor of the portable digital camera, used a Fairchild CCD for the first time. 1979, Kodak scientists developed the world's first usable OLED material in the 1970s.
It's called Organic Light Emitting Diode, or OLED.
1994, Kodak was involved in the production of over-the-counter drugs such as aspirin. In 1994, Kodak finally sold the company to a healthcare company giant SmithKline Beecham for $2.925 billion. 1988, Eastman Kodak Company announced that it had agreed to purchase Sterling Drug Inc. for approximately $5.1 billion. For Kodak shareholders, the merger will accelerate entry into the $110 billion global pharmaceutical industry. 1997, Shinon Industries was a Japanese camera manufacturer. Kodak took over 50.1% in the company in 1997 and made it a wholly owned subsidiary of Kodak Japan, Kodak Digital Product Center, Japan Ltd. As a subsidiary company, it continues to develop digital camera models. Kodak bought it for $15 million. Kodak invested approximately $2 billion in digital cameras. However, other companies already had a technological edge. In 1999, Kodak with Sanyo developed active matrix organic display. The partners will merge Kodak's organic EL material technology with Sanyo's low-temperature polysilicon thin-film transistor technology. In 2001, the joint venture SK Display of Eastman Kodak and Sanyo was established, and will be located in Sanyo's Gifu Prefecture in Japan, where Sanyo makes LCDs. Sanyo Electric Corporation will own 66% of SK Display and Eastman Kodak 34%. SK Display will manufacture displays for consumer devices such as cameras, handheld computers and portable entertainment devices. The total investment will amount to about $403 million. Kodak digital cameras ranked first in sales in 2000. Sharp starts making digital cameras for Eastman Kodak. 2003, Kodak released the first product ever with an AMOLED display, the EasyShare LS633 digital camera. Japan's largest manufacturer of liquid crystal displays has announced that it has resumed production of digital cameras, which it once produced for a short time. and began supplying Eastman Kodak Co., the largest photography company in the world, for sale in the USA under the Kodak brand. Monthly production is 100,000 units at the factory in Tochigi Prefecture. In 2003, camera phones outsold digital cameras worldwide, and smartphone sales grew at a much faster rate than the demand for cameras. 2004, Kodak sold its remote sensing systems operation, which served NASA and the aerospace industry, to ITT Industries. In 2004, Facebook was born, and shortly after that, printing photos became a thing of the past. Most consumers were no longer going to print images. Instead, they shared them online. At Kodak, they failed to realize that sharing photos online was a new business, not just a way to increase print sales. 2006, Eastman Kodak and Sanyo Electric closed their organic light-emitting diode display joint venture in Japan. Sanyo, with 66%, will buy the remaining 34% from Eastman Kodak. The intellectual property generated by SK Displays, however, will continue to exist, and Kodak will continue to try to license it to other manufacturers. In same year, Eastman Kodak Company agreed to allow US Singaporean Flextronics International to produce and distribute Kodak consumer digital cameras and manage certain camera design and development functions, including assembly, manufacturing, and testing. Kodak in 2009 reported net losses of $282 million. 2009, U.S. Department of Energy awarded Project Excellence Award for exceeding 50 lumens project efficiency goal per watt by developing an OLED that provides 56 lumen per watt, a lifespan of 10,000 hours. In a same year of 2009, Kodak sold its OLED assets to South Korean LG Corporation. Kodak also announced that it has signed a technology cross-license with by LG Electronics, thereby ensuring that it will have continuous access to its OLED technology for use in its products. In addition, these two companies agreed to settle legal disputes regarding digital cameras by deciding to share the relevant patents for digital camera. 2012, Kodak went bankrupt with debts exceeding $4 billion. Kodak sold its portfolio of digital imaging patents for $527 million. The company also closed 13 factories and 130 photo laboratories. Kodak has announced plans to end camera production in digital cameras so that it can focus on more profitable areas. Instead, the company will focus on licensing its patents and brands. The Kodak name may be licensed to other companies to use the Kodak name on digital cameras.
There it goes. This morning in Rochester, Kodak imploded one of its buildings on the company's campus.
The average price of a digital camera in 2012 was $78, while back in 2000 it was close to $400. Kodak's image sensor solutions sold to TrueSense Imaging Inc. Kodak has sold more than 1,000 patents related to its sensor technology, accumulated over 30 years. In 2014, TrueSense Imaging was acquired by ON Semiconductor. Kodak rushed to develop home printers using ink cartridges, a high-margin consumable, as it used to be in this company in the past with digital photo printing. Kodak sold cheap cameras and made a lot of money printing photos. 2013, Kodak signed a license agreement with a startup company founded in 2012, JK Imaging, to manufacture digital cameras. Taiwan's AO or Asia Optical gained control of Kodak cameras, is the actual manufacturer of Kodak, GE, Agfa Photo, and Fujifilm cameras and has manufacturing plants in China. 2017, introduction of the KODAK Ektra smartphone. Same year, Arcos, French-based company makes Kodak-branded Android tablets.
Today I'm proud to announce one of the most important deals in the history of U.S. pharmaceutical industries. It's called KODAK. With this new agreement, my administration is using the Defense Production Act to provide a $765 million loan to support the launch of Kodak Pharmaceuticals.
Kodak has launched new Android Smart LED TVs in India and will be available for purchase via Amazon.in or Flipkart. The production takes place in India. The TVs are available only in the Indian market and the manufacturer is Super Plastronics. 2021, Kodak also won an Emmy Award for Technology and Engineering in the Invention and Pioneering Development of CMOS Sensors category, thanks to which television video cameras were more compact, more reliable and cheaper. Since Kodak did not jump on the right bandwagon in the production of digital cameras, they underestimated the market and Japanese companies were ahead of them in development and became leaders in the production of digital cameras. Kodak had no choice but to sell licenses to manufacture their products to OEM manufacturers. Kodak didn't pay much attention to digital inventions because their main focus was film. In fact, Kodak has been a world leader in the design and development of image sensors for over 25 years, specializing in CCD and CMOS. Due to the decrease in the consumption of film material, the company faced some financial problems. Even so, Kodak has left a huge, significant technological footprint, be it CMOS, OLED, CCD or digital camera. Innovations developed by Kodak are used in televisions, smartphones, laptops and tablets. Today, there are two separate Kodaks, the Eastman Kodak Company, still based in the US in Rochester, New York, which now focuses on chemicals and printers for large businesses, and other company Kodak Alaris, which is based in the UK and was created as part of a strategy to get the original company out of bankruptcy. Kodak Alaris processes and produces negative industrial film, but other consumer products Kodak are in the hands of external companies that use the Kodak logo.